The same topic, the same captions, the same titles, the same explanations, and even the same t-shirt. Let's get to some real stuff, shall we? I've already discussed in a 20-minute plus video on how T-Series made it so big so fast, and I've really broken it down into the whole situation and the current situation and why and what. But it's really sorry to see that everybody here is talking about the what part instead of the why part. Now, I know a lot of YouTubers have already covered most of the important parts and the logical parts of the why part of why T-Series is pounding on PewDiePie. I'm not going to use verses again because it's not a versus, it's pouncing, it's beating, it's torture on PewDiePie if you just compare the number of subscribers. But to be honest, if you really look into logically, you shouldn't even be comparing these two parties at all. This is like comparing apples with aeroplanes, which makes no sense, and that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Now, there are two main factors that most of the people discussing the situation have missed on how T-Series did it so big. The first factor, which some of the YouTubers already have put into their videos, I've noticed, it's the smartphone industry. And number two, which I hardly or possibly not have seen anybody talking about, is Jio. Now, when I tell you about the smartphone industry, you have already probably learned, but I'm still going to break it down. But what is Jio? What is this Jio thing? Why hasn't anybody told me of Jio before this? Because I am telling you that in a minute, though. So let's break it down. Now, the factor one, the smartphone industry. Overall in the world, the smartphone industry and the smartphone sales have been booming like never ever before. But the case of India is particularly important when you consider the statistics. India right now is the second biggest market for smartphones in the world. As many as my God, so many smartphones in this country, and a lot of YouTubers have already brought this to notice. I don't see a lot of them talking on why the smartphone industry in India is booming so fast. Now, there is one big reason for that, and that is the increase in popularity of the affordable smartphone category in India. If you look at India right now, there are main two big players for mobile phones, and one of them is Samsung, as you can expect, and the next one is Xiaomi. Now, Xiaomi is particularly important because they started this trend in India of making affordable smartphones that still are a bang for the buck. They started in India with the Mi 3, which was the first affordable bang for the buck model, and they sold within seconds. I'm literally mean within seconds. They sold out completely, and because of this, they were able to produce this flash sale model of selling these smartphones, which usually would sell out in seconds. You would have to be really lucky to buy that smartphone, and when you just got it, you just look at that, budget smartphone, and you look at what it offers to you. It's mind-blowing. And when you see the segment that has the biggest traction, that has the biggest numbers in India, is the affordable smartphone category. And it is the best-selling smartphone segment in India. It's not the big flagships, it's actually the affordable flagships and the mid-range smartphones which everybody is looking out for. And this is the reason why more and more companies are jumping into that sweet spot of 10,000 to 20,000, because that's where most of the smartphones are bought. You have the recent example of the Poco phone F1, which was really able to get attention all over the world. It was launched in India, and this kind of phones are a result of this long process of development of this budget segment of phones. And now you see a phone for $300 that's blowing everybody's mind. So many smartphones coming in India so suddenly. What does that mean? More and more people have access to digital content, which means they have more and more access to the services on the internet, which means they have more and more access to digital services like YouTube. Very simple. Then you have the second factor I talked about, and that is Jio Mobile. Now, Jio Mobile was launched in 2000 and... Okay. Jio was launched in 2016 in the month of September, and it brought a digital revolution in the whole of India. If you ask me how, it's really simple. They offered it for free. absolutely free. 4 GB internet, 4G internet per day, and 100 SMSs per day, and unlimited calling, all free every day for 4 freaking months till 31st December 2016. And even after that offer ended, which was called the Jio Welcome offer, they still offer to this date extremely cheap internet packs, and I think the rate right now is 1.5 GB per day for a month for just 199 rupees. And because Jio was able to put such staggering things off, it was able to get staggering number of subscribers. In just 83 days they crossed 50 million subscribers mark. In the sense, it was a situation seen never before in the cellular market of India. And now when you mix these two factors, people have smartphones and the smartphone users have access to cheap, fast internet. What do you expect? People are going for more and more services that they couldn't use before. As I explained it in my last video, that more people, including me and most of the people in India, while streaming such high data consuming services like YouTube, would rely on broadband and Wi-Fi because that was cheaper. And the mobile internet at that time they used was 3G. And when Jio came, 4G was pretty new and Airtel 4G was promoting like hell. But the internet packs were very expensive. And 3G in itself was very expensive and not as fast as broadband or Wi-Fi. So people had more access of these digital streaming services, high data consuming digital services, only on their PCs and in their phones when they were home. But this brought the whole mobility thing into their hands for a very affordable price. Now when you have affordability and when you have such a far reach of people, what do you expect from logic? It's very simple. More and more people get to digital streaming services, including YouTube. And there are like 400 million plus mobile internet subscribers in India, which means a lot of people in one place looking for the same kind of things. You are thinking that, India is actually one of the fastest growing digital markets in the entire world. Why else would you think so many companies are coming to India? You have the recent huge mammoth deal where Walmart bought out Flipkart. And why would you think such companies are jumping into the India scene? Because India is a very fast growing market for digital services. India is a huge deal. Now T-Series is a music production company. On the YouTube, on any digital entertainment services, one of the most popular genres are movies and songs. Everybody loves to listen to songs and movies. And considering that YouTube is the world's biggest streaming service, is bigger than anyone out there, including Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, or anyone else, it makes absolute sense that YouTube gains a lot of viewers and a lot of attraction when people are looking for music. When you look at the biggest videos on YouTube, in general, they are without any doubt song and music videos. But all of those artists are not congested into this one channel who releases all of their songs. No, they have their separate channels. And comparing that to T-Series, T-Series has all of the songs from all of the artists in India in one damn freaking place. Now, what do you expect? People don't need to go to 100 channels and subscribe to their 100 favorite artists. They just subscribe to one channel that's producing them all, and that's streaming them all, that's displaying them all, that's featuring them all. It's T-Series. Because of this combined effect of very cheap internet with everyone, and those people have those smartphones to view digital content, this is the reason why Indian channels in general have benefited from this situation, and especially the biggest music production company in India, T-Series. That's very simple. Okay, then leave your comments in the section down below and let me know how my explanation was, and add to the points if you think you have any that I may have missed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. That's important if you want to receive the notifications every single time I upload a video. YouTube is crazy, I know. And till then, it's have I left something? Mobile phones, smartphones, Jio. Yeah, I think I've covered pretty much. Adios.